Welcome back, everyone. What are we going to talk about today?
What are we talking about today? Holiday?
No.
No?
Yes.
Not yet?
No. That's next week.
Next week.
Next week. We're actually going to show you today some footage I did probably about 3-4 weeks ago before, as we were sort of packing to move out. We thought we'd better pack our carry-on luggage for Italy, and that's all we pack. We go just with carry-on luggage, and we have been doing that since 2017.
Yep.
And it's been successful.
Makes it so much easier. You just take it on with you, you don't have to check it in. You don't have to go looking for it afterwards, getting lost.
Yeah, so it's actually, quick entry in and out of the airports.
Yep.
Easy to get in and out of taxis.
Yep.
And if you're going to these places where you've got, steep stairs,
Yep.
it's so much easier
Just
for
one
us.
in each hand for me. even weight,
I carry my own, don't I?
You can, yes.
I carry my own. If you on the railway stations, you're carting the luggage, especially if it's that really big one. It's really hard to carry, especially when there are no lifts.
Yeah, so much easier.
Yeah. So we've had a few people on my Instagram ask me how I pack carry on for such a long period of time. So I have actually put together a little video of how I pack, what I pack, and that sort of thing. And we're going to show you that here now. So as you can see, bed's gone, bedspread's gone, everything's gone. Last minute toiletries are here. And all I have to do now is just pack these dresses. That's what I'm wearing on board the plane. These are my dance clothes for the last 2 weeks. And this is gone. These are just my t-shirts that I'm wearing around the house because I'm changing them daily from all the dust. But as you can see, packing for Italy is being done. So I'm just packed all the t-shirts, shirts, shorts, starting with just like toothbrush, just little things like that, and those last minute dresses. Underwear are all done. So I've got some in these great bags here. You just roll them and get the air out of that, which I'll do in a moment. And you'll notice some are in stockings. So all I do here is I just cut some old stockings and I roll the dresses up. It gets less creases. And as I said, I've already rolled these. So these are actually already in stockings. And it just compacts everything as well as doing those sort of space bags. And this is how I do the carry-on for 5 months in a 7 kilo. And I actually put the shoes right around the edges. So the shoes are down there. And my one pair of brown leather ones that I'll be putting in. And I'll be weighing it up shortly to see that it's under 7 kilos. I've been fortunate every year, so see how we go. So I've chosen a yellow wrap dress, which I can wear day into night. So it can be a dressy affair or just a casual, something just daring, but it's a wiggle dress. And I like wearing white. And perhaps I'll bring my vintage dress, my first ever vintage dress that I brought, which is all cotton. That's what I prefer to wear, cotton dresses. And just getting it into the stocking now to compress it even further. And with any left over here, I can add socks in at the end or any other smaller items. And there it is added, taking the air out of that bag. And as you can see, I still have a good 2 inches of space at the top. which will have my shoes. My vintage dress with the metal zip at the back. And my white cotton dress, which is inside out. Both these are quite flary, so I sort of pack them together. To start by folding them first in half before I start the rolling. Okay, so I got those two dresses in. That will go there. So now I have my shoes, my leather shoes, and that's that little spot that I was telling you that I put them in there. Just checking, got the right shoes in, I don't have the wrong shoes in. And they go in that spot there. So that's how the shoes get packed. And I still have heaps of room, but as I said, I'm going to have my undies and just toiletries that I'm allowed to actually bring on board the plane. And as example, that would have been like, I don't know, tissues, toothbrush, I can't even think at the moment, tweezers maybe, something like that. And that is the bag packed with heaps of room. And I will weigh it in a moment.
Okay.
All right, let's see what my verdict is.
Upside down.
Upside down. What is the verdict?
67.10.
I'm under 7.
You're under 7.
And I did also add the thongs in there that were on the floor there. So, because the sneakers wound up on my feet. So everything is in there now. I'm packed, I'm ready to go. Yay! All packed, adding the thongs, and the shoes were there. Right.
How'd you go with that?
So
Pretty good, eh?
It is easy. I mean, you really don't need that much stuff, and what you do forget, you can actually buy over there. So obviously, the more space you have before you leave, it means you can buy more over there.
Yes. I weighed mine and it was a bit over 7, so I'm going to have to remove something. Mind you, my jeans are in the bag, which I'll be wearing on the plane, so...
Yes, it'll be less.
That might be less.
Yeah, we tend to wear the jeans over there because they're the heaviest items, and your joggers.
Yeah.
So that's a little tip.
Yeah.
And toiletries, when you're going there for so long, you're better off just buying your toiletries there. There's no point in, carting shampoos and conditioners and all that sort of thing. And when it comes to makeup, I don't wear makeup, so I guess I have a less toiletry bag just there.
Yeah, I left my makeup at home in storage. Yeah.
And I tend just to buy my moisturisers there, and and when you're on the plane, they give you a little toothpaste and toothbrush. Yeah. I do bring my own toothbrush though.
Yeah.
So just think, narrow down your toiletries, and if you want more space in the bag, you'll notice I used those stockings and some space bags, and I just bought enough to get by. If I could circulate my clothes over 2 weeks, so I've got time to wash and dry the clothes, and then you chop, change, mix, match, and buy things when you're over there.
That's right. Things are so cheap out of there. I'll be buying a new hat. I'm leaving my blue hat here. Probably just taking this one away with me.
Yes, Michael buys a lot of hats.
I'll buy a new hat.
You do. You buy. Yeah, he has a hat fetish, and I think he must have bought about 5 or 6 last time.
Yeah.
So that's probably the main thing. Pack best toiletries and try to condense what you have, and obviously weigh your bag before you leave home. Yes. So we've got the scales there. Now, just quickly, if you're not following Mia Cecilia, we have a link below. Follow their channel. They asked us a few questions in one of their episodes last week, and along with other couples, about Sicily. So if you're a Sicily lover and you're not following them, watch them and check out the questions and see what your answers are to those questions as well. We'll see you soon. And then we've had a break from looking at our planner.
Yes.
And we thought, now that the trip's coming up next week, we better see what gaps we have.
Yes, we still have a few gaps that we have to book things.
Yeah, because some things you sort of want to just do on the run, ad lib. You don't want to plan it, you just want to go with the flow. Yeah. So we've left, like 2 weeks here. We've left some gaps here and there to just go on the spur of the moment sort of thing. And there was one thing that was on our list that we wanted to do, and that was to stay in a masseria in Puglia. So we've finally booked that, and we'll show you that here. Masseria il Fontaio. Yes, the olive one. Yes, we saw that menu. I just had to make sure we booked the right one. And it's close to Ostuni, so we'll be staying a few nights in Ostuni, which is a beautiful white city, a beautiful town. So it's elevated up on a hill. You must visit Ostuni if you do go to Puglia. And then we adopted an olive tree 2 years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Oliviami is the name of the place, and we'll put the link
there.
And we adopted one also for Justin.
We did. We
adopted as a gift, so you can do that. And so go to the website if you want to save some of these trees in the Salento region that experienced that disease where they lost
100 million, over 100 million, I think it was.
It was crazy,
ridiculous
crazy amount. When you think Puglia
produces 60% of the olive oil. You can imagine, you know, and not just the fact, you know, that it's, you know, part of their economy, but imagine those people that were living on those olive groves, those farms, and doing that all their life and suddenly lose their livelihood. I mean, it just, it struck us.
Heartbreaking,
It struck us when we first saw that story. Might have been 10 years ago.
So I'll pop a link down below in the description as well for the...
Yes, so when you do adopt one, you actually... you name your tree and then they send you a litre of olive oil each year. Now, obviously, the first year is not going to come from your tree because your tree, when it gets planted, is only small. But I think they share it amongst the whole olive thing. So when we go there, hopefully we can speak to someone there and give you more insight into that. Because we haven't actually met our olive tree.
No, we'll show you our footage when we...
We'll show you the footage because they even have the little sign there with the name tags and everything, and we'll go visit the one I gifted to Justin as well. So that's something also that we're doing, and so we've got gaps here and there. We're trying to get into our hometown before we go to Sicily. Because our first stop, we forgot to tell you, is we fly into Rome. And
2 nights
because, well, we don't get jet lag going over, but we love Rome, so we
thought, you arrive there, you might be tired, but you're so hyped up you want to get out and see the Trevi Fountain and everything.
I know, I see the Trevi Fountain. I don't know,
so
100
the
times.
Tiredness isn't there. That's right.
I'm not exaggerating if I said 100 times. So we fly into there, but we go straight to Tuscany straight away for the month, and so I thought as we're coming back down after Tuscany, we've got Verona, we're doing Cinque Terre, we've got a lot doing up north, but once we come down, we thought we want to go to Salento, to Puglia, before we head off to Sicily for that month. And we'll be visiting some of our favourite people.
Our favourite people?
Yes. And you'll probably guess who they are, but you'll see them anyway.
You will.
And... we're also doing a concert in Verona.
We are.
In the arena there. We've given Andrea Bocelli the miss because he didn't announce the date in Taormina for us.
It just didn't work in with what we were doing.
So there's no date. I mean, if it gets announced while we're there, great. But at this stage, it didn't get announced, and we did see him in his hometown last time, so we just wanted to see him in a different place.
So we're in Verona for a few nights. On the second night, we'll be in the arena watching an opera.
We'll watch an opera there, something different on the list, and just discovering more little towns, and finally booked to go to Procida. So if you've ever been to Naples and you've gone off the island, most people heard of Ischia, but Procida is such a beautiful little island as well. So we'll take you there as well and show you the island of Procida there. And there's so many other little things in between. But that's it for now. We've settled in. This is our garden.
This is our garden, our chook pen over there.
They're
well,
quiet.
Not our chook pen, but yes.
But they did come out and play with this yesterday, so we'll show you some footage of them digging away. cute are they?
Yeah, very cute.
They're so cute.
Yes.
So we're settled in here, and we've got into a routine, getting our walks done.
Yep.
Found our local areas. I mean, I grew up in this area, so I know it so well.
Yes.
I know it really well.
Yes.
But yeah, been absent from this area for 22 years or more.
Yeah. And I used to drive right through this area pretty much visiting Mum when she was in the nursing home. So
that's right.
Every week.
Every week, yes.
Yep. So
that's right.
Very familiar to us. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see you. Perhaps we'll get a quick one in before we take off.
Yes.
And then we'll be seeing you from Italia.
Italia. Yes.
Si.
Si.
Okay, thank you for watching.
Thanks for joining us again. Yep.
Yes, thank you for subscribing and following us, and thank you for the emails. Now, we were late in replying to one or two of those emails because it was during the move, so I apologise to those people, but we have now answered your emails, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao for now, and buona domenica.
Buona domenica, alla prossima.